Hi, this is the Standards Project on Accreditation by Amy Collins. First of all, I want to start out with the definition of accreditation and why it's important. The accreditation is a review of the quality of higher education institutions and programs, and I found that definition on chia.org. Accreditation helps students and their families know the educational quality of institutions, and this helps them make a better decision when they're deciding on what college to attend. Students that want to receive federal financial aid must attend an accredited institution. Employers prefer to hire employees with degrees from accredited institutions. And in order to take state licensure exams for some programs, such as nursing or law, things like that, students must attend an accredited institution. There are different types of accreditation. There is national accreditation, which is generally for-profit institutions that offer vocational or career training programs. There is regional accreditation, which is what ETSU is under, and they serve certain geographic regions of the U.S. and are typically nonprofit institutions. And there's also professional accreditation, which is like a programmatic accreditation for certain colleges, such as ETSU's College of Education or College of Nursing. They have their own accreditation standards that they must meet. So I chose to do Middle States Commission on Higher Education because this was something that would be different for me. Even though ETSU is under the Southern Association, I thought it would be good to do Middle States. So I found some different places where technology was mentioned, and it talks about it in the development of standards. It says 4 principles guided the development of these standards. First, the mission-centric standards acknowledge the diversity of institutions. Second, the focus of the standards is on the student learning experience. Third, the standards emphasize institutional assessment and assessment of student learning. Fourth, the standards support innovation as an essential part of continuous institutional improvement. And so I thought it was interesting that it mentioned that innovation was an essential part of institutional improvement. And I think that is, of course, is true because technology changes every day and there's more and more opportunities available. Of course, cost is a factor, but I think that it's important that they do recognize that innovation is important. It was also mentioned under design and delivery of the student experience. An institution provides students with learning experiences that are characterized by rigor and coherence at all program, certificate, and degree levels, regardless of instructional modality. All learning experiences, regardless of modality, program, pace, schedule, level, and setting are consistent with higher education expectations. So although it doesn't specifically say technology, I think it's fair to say that all learning experiences include online learning and distance education learning, that they must meet certain expectations in order to become and remain accredited. Under design and delivery of the student experience, it also says that that the schools offer a curriculum designed so that students acquire and demonstrate essential skills, including at least oral and written communication, scientific and quantitative reasoning, critical analysis and reasoning, technological competency, information literacy. Consistent with the mission, the general education program also includes the study of values, ethics, and diverse perspectives. So it's talking about that students should acquire and demonstrate essential skills in technological competency. So I think it's really important. They want the students under their accreditation to be very competent in technology, and I think that is important when you are in higher education as a student. It also mentioned technology under the support of student experience as the policies and procedures for the safe and secure maintenance of appropriate release of student information and records. So I think technology plays a major role in the protection and the security of student data, information, and records. I always think about FERPA, the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act of 1974, which is a federal law that protects the privacy of student information. And so technology plays a major role in that, whether or not people can hack into the system and get their information, or how private that information is. And that's why we have secure servers on campus. And like for instance, in our office, there are we're not allowed to email information that has specific student information on there. So I think it's important that schools understand that technology plays a major role in the privacy of student information. And also under educational effectiveness assessment, there are two places that it mentions technology. The first is articulate how they prepare students in a manner consistent with their mission for successful careers, meaningful lives, and where appropriate, further education. They should collect and provide data on the extent to which they are meeting these goals. And then periodic assessment of the effectiveness of assessment processes utilized by the institution for the improvement of educational effectiveness. So, to remain accredited, schools have to conduct periodic assessments to show institutional effectiveness, and I think that technology plays a significant role in data collection results and assessment. We do a lot of data collection in our office, and we rely heavily on our technology department to get that information, to gather that information for us, and technology plays a major role in getting that information together and then coming up with the results for us and saying this is how this is related, just trying to make sure that we're meeting our goals that we have set for our school. Under planning, resources, and institutional improvement, it says that physical and human resources, as well as the physical and technical infrastructure adequate to support its operations wherever and however programs are delivered. So they do have to have the technical infrastructure to support their operations. I think that's important. And then comprehensive planning for facilities, infrastructure, and technology that includes consideration of sustainability and deferred maintenance is linked to the institution's strategic and financial planning processes. So they do have to plan for technological improvements and have to take that into account when they're doing their strategic and financial planning. So this is my reference here. It's where I got all the information for the Middle States. And I really learned a lot from this. Have a great day.